Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Food Junkie, just coming at you with a little video. Don't know who's live, don't know what's going on. Just wanted to talk about the situation that I've been talking about. You know, so I'm going to have a guest join me in this conversation. So if y'all want to come in and talk with me or listen to our conversation about the situation, please feel free. Like the video on your way in. So this is your boy Food Junkie. I'm waiting on my guests to acknowledge that they are here so I can drop the link for them. This is not going to be everyone come on and talk about it. Well, it's not. If I think that we can have an intelligent conversation and you can add to the conversation, I would like you to drop in and drop by. But I don't have a bunch of space on StreamYard to have 1,001 people on here. So if you think that you can contribute to the conversation, let me know, and we can see if we are going to have you on or not. You know, it is what it is. And you saw the title. There is no shade. There's nothing like that going on. So it is what it is. The title is as follows. Are we really seeking justice, or are we too comfortable with the mess? Because, of course, we're going to talk about the Shaquilla Robinson situation. And, you know, is what it is, and the aftermath of what's going on, and what is it that we're really seeking, and the way people are really going about it. Is it productive? Is it not productive? Hey, Nubiology, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? And everyone that's in the chat. I'm gonna come on camera in a second, you guys. Just waiting on my special guest to acknowledge that they're here or they're available, so we can get this started. Yeah. Because I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I've been watching this go down and transpire this and third. I made a quick little video earlier today before I started running my errands, and it kind of said what I wanted it to say. But as I was going through these streets, looking at stuff, I decided, let me have a more little in-depth conversation, and I want to hear more than just my opinion. I want to hear the opinion of someone that like I said, and think can give an unbiased opinion, someone that can actually talk about this situation on a level that I am talking about it on, and comfortable with that, because, you know, it says nothing when everyone's screaming, yelling, insulting, and things of that nature, and not really understanding the nuances of what's really going on and how things can affect each other. And that goes for everybody, you know, Black females, biological females, transgenders, and things of that nature. Okay. I'm going to drop the link for this individual in 1 second. It just acknowledges that they'll be on their way. 1 second. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a conversation just to see what's really going on and things of that nature, because I really want to have a conversation about what's happening in the aftermath and how things are being twisted and turned and deflected upon, things of that nature. You know, this is what it is. You know, and I'm saying people may be in their feelings, people may be upset, people may not get it or may not want to get it, or think that there's some type of agenda, this and the third. Hey, Shorty, what's up, baby? You know, and just want to make sure this person have a true thing. Hey, Jada, how you doing, sir? Jada, I mentioned you earlier, and I'm proud that you are working and you are staying diligent to what's going on and to your life and bettering yourself. I really am proud of you for that. I really am. It's very rare on here that people pull up their bootstraps and, you know, do what they need to do for themselves. So my special guest is here, you guys. I'm going to let this person on, and I ask everyone to be respectful in the chat, respectful to not only the channel, the panel, but also my guest that I decided to let up here. And let's welcome my guest.
Hey, boo.
Hey, boo, how you doing? I'm
I'm
going to
doing
come on
pretty.
camera. Are you going to come on camera or no?
Huh?
I'm going to come on camera. Are you going to come on camera or no?
Oh no. Oh child, if you ever see what I look like right now. Mm.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's a hard no for me.
It's hard no? Okay.
Yeah. I am gonna mute while you talk for a second so I can share this out on my wall real quick, okay?
Okay, do your thing. Um, like I was saying, Jada, I'm really proud of you. I'm happy that you are getting your footing. I'm happy that you are pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and working hard, working diligently to do what you need to do. I really am proud of people like that. People that may not have what they want at this present time, but don't mind doing the work to get it. That way you appreciate it more. So I'm really proud of you for that, Jada Nerd. I mentioned you earlier in my first video today on the same subject. Um, But yeah, like I said, I made my video and now I started running my errands. Then I would listen to Shelly video, and she was kind of mirroring the same things that I was saying in my video. And when she come back on, she can let me know how she feel about my video. So I called her and asked her would she like to do a panel with me today, because it's really important that we ask the question I asked in my title. Are we seeking justice? Are we really looking for justice, or are we just comfortable in the mess? And so far, it seems as though we're comfortable in the mess of what's going on. It seems as though we are comfortable with what's going on as far as the mess and the back and forth and the arguing back and forth and this and the third. And really, there's no answers. There's really no resolution. There's really no resolve that we are seeking, at least not from my knowledge. All the insults, all the dragging, all the reading and roasting, what's not, that's fine for what we call, quote unquote, the beef sector. But if you're going to evoke this person's name, this person's spirit, this person's image, this person's likeness, shouldn't your conversation be based around this person? Shouldn't your conversation be based around seeking justice for this individual? Shouldn't your conversation, right, exactly, Jada, shouldn't your conversation be based on that? But opposed to conversations being based and surrounded by that, I'm hearing a lot of nonsense and noise. I'm hearing a lot of mess. I'm hearing a lot of, you know, tomfoolery and buffoonery disguised under this person's name. That's why I said earlier in my video that it seems as though people are trying to chase a coin opposed to chasing justice, or opposed to seeking justice. You're seeking clout. You're seeking people to come up to the panel and talk about it and be loud and be boisterous. Well, it's not. But you're not seeking real justice. You're not seeking an understanding. You're not seeking closure for not only Shaquila, you know what I'm saying, but her family. See, I haven't heard much about the family in this conversation. I haven't heard much about, you know what I'm saying, the efforts her mom has put forth to continue to push this and have this be picked up by, you know what I'm saying, the proper authorities. Yes, it's great for us to talk about it. It's great for us to have a voice and give opinions and what we think happened based on our own biases. But at the same time, have we tried to reach out? Have we donated, you know what I'm saying, to the family? Have we, you know what I'm saying, tried to help the family? So that's what I want to talk to Shelly about. And like I said, I've spoken to Shelly behind the scenes on the phone before I had this. And Shelly, you said you seen the video that I made earlier,
I
right?
did. I watched the video in its entirety, and I'll be honest, it was pretty refreshing for me to hear that because I'm quite sure you know this. Sometimes, being in this area, um you can start to feel like you're just a little bit crazy. Um so you made some really good valid points. Now, I will say that I was on uh, 3 panels yesterday. The
Mm-hmm.
last one that I was on, the main thing that I had said, which was Jay Dunn's panel. So I'm just saying these places for reference point. If
Right.
anybody wants to go, to these places and just check out, what I'm saying or whatever. So, you know, basically my thing was, what can we do collectively as a
To
group
help.
to help?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that, arguing and fussing and doing all of that, that's doing nothing. Awareness, um making videos, awareness, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but
Right.
they need mainstream coverage. They don't really need just a lot of people making videos, giving their insights on, I can't believe her friends beat her up so bad, all that kind of stuff. So as I tried to, say, well, what can we do? Nobody was really receptive really to that, other than I will say that Demas O,
Mhm.
she said she would be open to having something on her platform, but she felt like if she did, then nobody would come over. And she would go to anybody else's platform. But my suggestion was that, if we're gonna do something, we need to also be able to back it up with a action, just being basically proactive in
Right.
whatever it is that we're doing, right?
Mhm.
And even if we're coming together collectively and we can agree to sit and have a discussion without bashing each other, I think that's progress for this sector anyway.
Mhm.
Just staying on one accord about a situation. But we were not able to do that because, as you could see from Jay Wilson's channel to James' channel, it was so much division.
Mhm.
And I think most people who felt some type of way, they felt some way before Maddie ever said a single word, and she didn't say anything wrong. They just wanted to have an issue with her.
Right.
So I just think that, like, what I'm saying, if you're not gonna do anything, what's the point?
Right.
You
But
know?
let's take this kind of slowly because that's like jumping ahead. Let me address something that you said about when you made the suggestion and the Miss O says she would do it, but no one would come. See, to me,
Mhm.
that's the first problem. Hey, Bubbles, how you doing? That's the first problem. When you're doing it for the attention and for the numbers, opposed to because it's the right thing to do, that in lies for me the problem with this sector. That's what I said in
Right.
my video earlier. It's a clout thing. It's a numbers thing. It's a numbers game. If you're really trying to be a social activist and you want to address social issues, and this is not me attacking the Miss O, so please, the Miss O and whoever want to run back to this and say this, that's not what I'm saying. It's just the mentality of that situation is what I'm talking about, not the person in general. So let's get out of our feelings. Let's be an adult and let's actually talk about what I'm saying and listen to what I'm saying, opposed to jumping to conclusions and all that. Not just to her, to anybody and everybody that I may mention, that we may mention on here. You understand what I'm saying? I want it to be very clear. We're not attacking the individuals and personally. It's the situation and the ideas that we're discussing. It's not even an attack; it's a discussion. But that idea of if I do it, no one will come over to my channel because we have been caught up on, you know, um, the numbers matter. Your numbers are low, so therefore you don't matter. Your numbers are this, so therefore it doesn't matter. And the reality is, if you're doing what's in your heart to do, it does matter. If
Right.
you're
Now, what I did say to her when she said that, what I did say was, well, if I said, I said sometimes you have to get together with people who are on the same, basically, I didn't say it verbatim this way, but basically you have to get with people who are on the same page. So it doesn't matter if it's only four of us. That's exactly what I said. I was like, if it's the
Mhm.
four of us that's right here and we can agree that we will have a discussion, we will not attack each other. It doesn't matter if we agree with each other. We can agree to disagree, but we will have a conversation. But we also have a goal
Right.
behind what we're trying to do. Then I think we need to start there, and we will attract the people who also want to make a change. And she said, okay.
Okay.
Shireen said, okay. And I think Jay Dunn said, okay. But that was it. I didn't hear anything from anybody else. I mean, even the chat wasn't moving. So I'm
Right.
not going to take that away from her. She did say she would
Okay.
be open to it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Listen, I don't watch everybody else now. I watch certain people, whatever, and I just about what you said. Like I said, the midst of not attacking you, babe. I'm just saying it's the mentality, but the fact that you're open to have a conversation, regardless of the outcome and the numbers. If you're going to do it with a pure heart, that's what we need to start doing more often, showing our emotion. And like you said, Shelly, it does make you feel like you're crazy or you're the only one when that's your agenda and that's your purpose. Like I said, we all like a little bit of mess every once in a while. We all do a little bit of roasting and gagging and reading and things of that nature. But it comes to the point to where if we're discussing a serious topic, let's take the serious tones. You know, let's understand what we're actually talking about. Let's make sure that we can comprehend it, we can address it, and articulate it in a way that is worthy of the actual topic. So you said something about Maddie, and that's what I called you about because I'm like, do people really realize? And this one I made my video about earlier. Do people realize why she did what she did?
I think people who actually support her, I think they understand. But I think people who just wanted to find an issue with her, they just didn't care.
Hmm.
They didn't care.
So on your phone call with her, or when you was talking to her on your
Mhm.
recording, you asked her a question. Did she know that it was Shaquila's day of rest or day of going home service?
Right. She
And
had
she
no
said she
idea.
didn't. And we discussed slightly. I told you to keep a lot of that that we was discussing until this right here because I want us to get it all out. Then I want it to be genuine and organic when we talk about it. Um, I said on my video, a lot of people aren't watching this story.
Correct.
A lot of people aren't following this story step by step by step. But I said that because I also said people die every day. People get murdered every day. Something tragic happens to somebody every day of our persuasion, black, female, male, gay, this, and third. It happens every day, all day long.
Right.
So when I say it, I'm not trying to be malicious in my delivery, although it may sound a little harsh, but why would people expect Maddie to talk about it? Is Shaquilla Robinson the only black woman that was murdered?
Right. No, she
No.
wasn't.
And I said on my video, you said in your video, and Maddie confirmed it on her video when she first said it. And this is not a stick up for Maddie situation. This is not a stick up or down anyone else situation. It's just me just being honest, having a conversation with everyone, or a discussion, I should say. Um, Maddie got involved because she received messages and criticism.
Right. And she's continuing to receive a whole lot of it.
Right. So now everyone's saying that she had an agenda to push, trying to deflect and distract. But no one's talking about the people who's actually talking about the other stuff, opposed to talking about finding Shaquila's or finding resolve for Shaquila's death.
Right. There are plenty of people that I have heard speak ill against her and what she had to say. But again, I haven't heard them talk about any resolution. I haven't seen some of those people drop any links to petitions. I haven't seen any of those people doing fundraising. I haven't seen them do anything besides bash her because I think that's just what they wanted to do.
And I think that that's where the distraction comes from. The distraction isn't that she defended herself because she was being attacked and continuously being attacked, being thrown places where, saying it's not her place or business if she don't want it to be.
Right.
People want to make you an advocate. People want to make you a martyr, and then say, "Well, you expect no." I don't think Maddie expects anyone to do anything for her. I think that she expects you to leave her the fuck alone. I think she expects you to respect her. I think that if you don't like her, she whether you leave, just move on. But I don't think she's expecting you to defend her if she needs someone's help.
Right. And I can be honest, long before there was this backlash with her, we kind of talked about this a little bit on Tracy's channel. I think I had brought it up, or maybe somebody else had brought it up. But what I said to her was, there was another group of people that passed down there. And a lot of people didn't realize
Mm-hmm.
that
Three
this was
people,
two
three people,
different.
a man and a woman.
Right, because one was a teacher. Because I remember
Yeah.
they kind of focused on the teacher and everything, and I
Mm-hmm.
and I said, that whole group lost their life.
Right.
So
Because
at the,
was
and
it
then if
carbon
you
monoxide poisoning
yes,
in an Airbnb? Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
and so a lot of people don't realize that a lot of people have been passing away by
Mm-hmm.
mysterious reasons or whatever it is while they're out of the country. And at the end of the day, that is a conversation that we need to have because if you're I guess what do you want to call it, like a normal person, you
Mm-hmm.
travel, right?
Right.
And that may be one of the places that you may be going to. Like my brother will be in Mexico this week. He already pre-planned his stuff way early. My cousin will be there in July,
Mm-hmm.
but they're also well traveled, so they understand. Some people
Right.
don't understand travelers insurance. They don't understand if you get sick that the hospital is not for free. You know what I mean?
Right.
That they don't understand if, God forbid, something happens to you or the person that you're with, that your family's going to have to fight to get your body back to the US. These are conversations that we could be having
Mm-hmm.
to educate each other for those who may not have reached that point to travel yet, because some people are a little bit younger. Maybe they haven't done all of that yet. But
Right.
we're not saying anything that's meaningful that anybody can walk away with anything at
Mm-hmm.
all. Nothing.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many other ways to go with this. Once we debunked the Photoshop picture was a fake, that should have been the end of that discussion.
Right.
And the beginning of discussions that you're saying, travelers insurance, understanding the culture and the policies and the medical and the legal aspect of going to these different countries and policies like that, so we can educate ourselves about what's happening, what's going on.
Right.
So the distraction and deflection isn't coming from a person who made a video to defend themselves. The deflection and distraction comes from the afterthoughts of everyone else trying to tie that into a conspiracy theory.
Right.
It's just funny to me how people think that um, the loudest voice is the only voice. The loudest
And
voice. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was something else that I had said too, that everybody has a voice, and I think everybody deserves to be heard. It doesn't matter how small your platform is, how big your platform is, even if you disagree and you have an opposite opinion. And that's another issue that goes on in this sector, that only certain people feel that they are allowed or supposed to have an opinion, and everybody else should just shut the hell up and listen and say nothing. But we also, being content creators, I think we also have a responsibility also, because we do have a platform where at any given time we can reach thousands, maybe even millions of people.
Right. Exactly. And it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it's not. But the thing is, if you keep your videos up, they're constantly being viewed. They're constantly being talked about. They're constantly being watched. I'm constantly making money off of videos I made when I first got here.
Right.
So we have to be very conscious of not just chasing a coin for the immediate time being, but putting out material and content, even if it's beefing or it's not, that is responsible.
Yeah. And if we're putting out crazy stuff about serious topics, what are we saying to the audience who don't know anybody in this area that's going to come and listen to the first time? What are they going to gain or get out of that?
Right. Right.
And that's what I was trying to explain with the transgender lady, One Love, that clicked the platform last night. I mean, you did yourself a disservice in the entire community.
Hey, Natalia, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, and I was saying, like, yesterday, and I said that in my video today, you want tolerance. You want to be tolerated. You want people to acknowledge you, respect you, this and the third, but you're not willing to give the same respect and tolerance to a person with a different opinion than yours. Doesn't make the person right or wrong. It just means that the opinion is different. And I think that the most marginalized people, the LGBTQI community, be it what color you are, the white one, the black one, the whatever ones, we're all are marginalized people. Being black in the LGBTQIA is a marginalized status. Being a woman, being a black woman is also marginalized. And sometimes we get so comfortable being marginalized that we think that we have to be screaming and yelling constantly in order for us to be heard.
Right.
We're not willing to just be quiet, step back and listen, watch the environment, read the room, and insert our personal battles, our personal issues in a way that actually can be heard. But that's just my opinion. Hey, Marie, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? But yeah, it was just really funny to me how the conversation switched from justice and finding resolve and honoring and respecting Shaquila to oh, this is a trans rights issue, and how dare y'all XYZ, and the LGBT, you understand, and no one's focusing on it's been allegedly a black gay man who did the Photoshop and released the picture. Like I said, that was messy, that was messed up, but we see that on here. No
Yeah.
one's accountable for anything until it affects you. Everything is funny until it affects you. Everything is cool until it touches you.
Yeah. We said that. I said that yesterday too. Nobody cares until it's their problem. You know what I
Right.
mean?
hmm Um, so in all fairness, what can we do? We can't go over to Mexico. Oh, voice our opinion, but there's a way to voice your opinion and be respectful of the situation, not only for Shaquila herself, but for her family. And when we are voicing opinions and changing agendas and throwing our own biases into it, it becomes the problem. We become part of the problem opposed to part of the solution. Like that, I'm this very same mindset of what is it that we can do besides draw attention to a situation that we feel is unjust and unfair. But in doing that, why attack someone else? Why attack, you know, a group of people because someone attacked them and they defended themselves? That's like attacking a woman because she was attacked. You can't do that. If you want me to respect you as a woman or as a black woman or as a trans woman or as a whatever it is that you identify as, you have to respect me in my opinion as well. You can't come at me sideways and expect me to sit here and give you this unadulterated respect. It's not going to happen. We're all human beings. We all have emotions. We all have our own issues and biases that we deal with. Like that's why I said, in order for us to expect tolerance, we must be tolerant. You must be willing to open up your ears and your mind to someone's situation, even someone of the same stereotype or same um, box that you fit in. We can't sit here and act as though my experience is the only experience. You know, but yeah, it's like it's really funny. So this one is the stuff that we've been saying on here, Shirley, that people have been doing. Um, if you send it, if you want to, you don't have to if you don't want to. But what's your thought process on how things has switched and turned for the worse?
Do you mean with this topic?
Yeah.
I think that it basically only showed people's true colors. I don't think any of the colors were colors that we didn't already previously see.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that people took this as an opportunity to just show a side of them that's pretty disgusting, if you ask me. Now, I can be honest and clock my own tea.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make any videos about her passing. I have spoke about it, on different people's platforms. Now, on my other channel, I've done a couple videos about people who, are not famous who have passed away, or it's something about that story that made me want to talk about it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I made the video strictly to defend my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Now did I say that justice needs and we need to stay focused? Absolutely, because I mean it. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't mean it. But
Right.
I think it's ridiculous to have, thousands of people bashing somebody when they didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
So that was my thing. Like, I'm gonna say what I need to say because yeah, I hit a panel here and I hit a panel there, but it was just so much going on. And at the end of the day, like, I felt like my message would get lost in all of the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to make a clear message, short. I didn't need to do like and I'm not knocking anybody else that did a panel. I participated in those. I'm on a panel right now. But I just wanted my message to get across so that even though I had said some of that stuff, so that people understood exactly. They didn't have to get caught up with. I laughed when you said about the lady's hair, her edges, the lack of edges. I didn't
You
want
said
people
that.
to lose sight of that. You know what I mean? I didn't want them to focus on that. I wanted them to remember what is the topic, and that we don't need to use, in my opinion, Maddie as a scapegoat
Right.
for some other crap. Let's stick to
Mhm.
the topic. And why are we still discussing Maddie at this point, even in a negative way? If you're so worried about this justice, what are you doing for the justice? You're not doing. I guarantee you, not one of these people have called to an embassy or anybody, nobody, the White House, whoever. You may think if you call, it's not going to do anything. Maybe it won't. But did you call? No, you didn't. You didn't do
Right. Did
anything.
you even try? Did you try?
Right. And I bet you half of them haven't even signed zero petition, nothing,
Mhm.
nothing. Even to try to speak to maybe a lawyer in Mexico to understand, what is the possibility? What type of sentence would they possibly get? What's the chances of them getting extradited? You know what I'm saying? Why
Mhm.
why are they being charged for basically violence or assault against a woman of versus a murder? Why is that not a thing? Or maybe speaking to somebody who's been in prison in Mexico. They could
Mhm.
have asked me. I actually know somebody that did some time. They're not Mexican, but they did some time in Mexico. They could have worked that out, but no, they don't want to do that. They
Right.
just want to attack each other and talk crazy.
Mhm. And my thing is like that. I really try to comb through all the noise and the BS that's going on because it really doesn't make sense to me. It's really just crazy to me. So I really do try to, comb through all the noise. And basically, what I got out of it and what I'm getting out of it is that everyone wants to look like they're doing something, but the reality is no one's really doing anything. And like someone asked earlier, what is it that we really can do? And like you gave a lot of suggestions. Your suggestion was calling the embassy, calling the lawyer, figure out what the laws are, understanding what actually is out there for us to do. And saying, can we start a fundraiser for the family?
If
You know,
people can get 10,000 views, right,
mm-hmm,
on a beef sector video, because we've seen it. There are some videos in the beef sector, and after replay or whatever, they got 10,000 views. So you can get 10,000 views on a video, you can get 10,000 signatures. If you can get
right,
10,000 views, you can get $10,000, a dollar a person. There are many things that could be done, but fighting with each other, I don't think is one of them. By the way, I'm not looking at the chat, so I can't see any comments. If there's anything that you think that I need to see, just put it up on the chat. Now,
yeah,
what I do want to say to and I hope I'm not saying her name wrong. It was Stephanie, right?
mm-hmm,
It was just okay. So I don't have a problem with anyone that may feel any type of way about anybody. That's their personal choice. I don't believe in people hating anybody because of, their sexuality or what they identify as or whatever. Um, I also think that something else that I said, people got really offended by the term cisgender. I personally do not like the term. I understand what the term means, but I don't feel that I need to call myself cisgender. I also think sometimes it's not what people call you, it's what you respond to. So if somebody calls you cisgender and you don't like it, check them and correct them the same way you would if they called you a bitch or a nigga or whatever else if you don't like it. If
mm-hmm,
somebody's calling you fish, and that's something that you don't like, check it and correct it. That's it. You know what I mean? So I'm not excusing or saying that, suck it up and deal with these terms, because I think what the girl did was very disrespectful. Once it was stated that they don't like being referred to as cisgender, then that should have been respected. I don't care
mm-hmm,
what you want to be called. If you don't want to be called that, don't be called that.
right. And then that's the whole thing that I keep saying about tolerance. Like a heterosexual black woman, uh, um, biological black woman, don't want to be referred to as cis. Great, that's your choice. I respect that choice from you. Yesterday also said the word trans is also offensive. I'm
But
not going.
who said
I'm
that?
not. I'm not doing that. I'm not changing my language? How about me? How about I not talk to you? How about I not acknowledge you? Period, regardless of what you are.
Right.
I'm not gonna keep on policing my language because you get offended by every single thing. Like I said, I don't know the trans experience. I love trans people. It's not. I'm trans attracted. That's what I say. I'm just me. I like everyone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit here and police every single thing that come out my mouth because I don't want to offend somebody. Because no matter what I say, how I say it, someone's going to get offended by it.
I feel like that about pronouns. All that she, he. I listen. If you want to be referred to as a woman, I will refer to you as she. If you want to be identified as a he, I'll say he. But you're not going to say I and we and us and all. Look, I don't have time to keep up with all each and every person and
Right.
what you know what I'm saying. Because I don't. I'm not. My intention is not to be disrespectful.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, like we have to be like a little more understanding to people who are open minded and not give them a hard way to go.
Right. And everything is not transphobic because I say I don't like a certain trans person. Everything's not um, misogynistic if I say I don't like this certain black person, black woman. And we just stop throwing everyone in these huge boxes and expecting them to stay there. Because no, if I say something about, because I, no offense, and we're cool now, but me and Natasha Malone got into it years back.
Oh, me and Natasha too. Yeah.
And I drug her for being trans. Does that
Right.
mean that I don't like trans people? No, it means that that trans person tried me. So I drug her for everything it's worth. Just like y'all drag me for my stutter, like y'all drag me for my skin, like y'all drag me for whatever y'all want to drag me about. You know what I'm saying? I can't then cry and call foul because you drug me for something that you see in me that you don't like that or that you think is gonna hurt my feelings.
Can I say something that may upset some people, but I'm going to say it anyway because I wanted to say this yesterday, but it was just so many people talking. And that's another thing, too. Sometimes we have these platforms and it is good for everybody to be able to give their input, but sometimes you can't always say every single thing, you know, that you want to
Right.
say. But people were saying that it's offensive for people to say sometimes to a woman, well, you look like a man. But the truth of the matter is, some women do look like fucking niggas. It ain't got nothing to do with who they sleeping with. If you hard in the face, you strong in the face, you strong in the fucking face. So I don't understand why people are like, oh, it's not right. Motherfucker, if you look like it, you look like it. Just like when people, oh, all kids are cute. No, the fuck they're not. So, I mean, why we gotta be fake and phony about it? Some women look like men and don't have nothing to do with who they sleeping with. It is what the fuck it is.
And some women, sorry, and some men look like bitches.
At that part.
Some men are soft and pretty.
Right.
Like I see a lot of men on YouTube, and not this section, of course, but when I'm watching my little videos of that, they pretty as fuck. They got pretty lips, they got a pretty nose, they got pretty eyes, they got pretty eyelashes. They're pretty as fuck.
How about some of them just not even pretty, but they got childbearing hips? You know what I'm saying? They shape like a woman, even if they, you know what I'm saying? Even if they got extra weight on them or whatever. So if it applies, then it just is what it is.
Exactly. You shape like Big Mama.
Child.
Who you talking to, babe? Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah,
And
and
as you
that's
see, I
true.
put up the poll, right? I put up a poll and I said, look, I don't want to talk about this, you know, the Maddie thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some things that we can do. You know, y'all, as you see, if you look at the poll, the votes for leave it alone have the highest amount of votes. So tell me, did these people want to do a goddamn thing about anything? They fucking don't. They don't.
Yeah,
They don't.
exactly. And that's true too. This is very true. I love the community, but they have too many demands on on those that are not in the community. Exactly. That's why my whole thing, RMY baby, is about tolerance. You want people to tolerate you, but you're not willing to tolerate the fact that everyone doesn't know every rule, every new pronoun, every new decision that is made by one individual who wants to be respected a certain way. It doesn't apply to everybody. Like me, I don't care. As long as you call me food junkie, I'm good. And if you don't talk to me the way I want to be spoken to, I don't address you. I leave you alone. It's not about me making you respect me. If you're not respecting me the way I want to be respected, I leave you alone. Period. I don't need to be liked by everybody. I don't need to be or want to be liked by everybody. That's not important to me. Everyone wants to be accepted all the time. And then when you don't accept them the way they want to be accepted, they have a problem with it. Then you become some type of phobic. No. But your language, when you're mad, dictates your phobia, if you have one or not.
Right. That first lady that was bald up at the top of her forehead or whatever. That lady was homophobic. I don't get. And even though I think she eat cooch herself, she was very, because she kept on saying, "Well, you know," and she was trying to get into his mannerisms and all that.
Mhm.
What did that have to do with the topic at hand?
But did you see her in the chat though?
Oh yes, I saw when she asked, "Did he ever sleep with a woman before?" I mean, she was
Right.
saying all kind of crazy stuff. And if she was really serious about a topic, right? Like you said, you want to talk about this situation, right? You're on camera. I'm not on camera, but I'm still
Mhm.
here. We're having a conversation.
Right.
You're not live, okay? And knitting and sewing and doing all kind of other things. This is a distraction and fooling around. That's what she was doing. So she wasn't serious about having a serious conversation. I
Right.
think that's disrespectful.
Doing your hair, taking your hair out, putting your hair back up. There was just too much going on.
Yeah.
Too much going on. But yeah, you're right. You're right. So this right here is well, actually this is part of the conversation. I guess Special K. Um, like you said, Willie Lynch won. The letter did win. Whoever wrote the letter, whoever choreographed the letter, whoever even brought the letter back up this modern time, we are living what the letter said. Basically, if you break somebody, they're gonna be broken for a while. What's up, baby? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? And we're showing signs of that. We're showing we have been traumatized. I know people say, well, slavery happened all across the world because it has happened all across the world. But the reason why slavery has been such a devastating factor on Black people here in the United States or in America is because the brutality in which the slave trade has been inflicted and destroyed and decimated the Black community here in America. And what people don't understand is that the propaganda and the promotion of hatred towards Black people is worldwide.
Can I
And
ask
when,
you another question too when you get done? I just want to
sure,
ask you a serious question.
sure. And
I'm
so
not, I'm
when
not. I'm not. I know you say that I say things to be like dry sense of humor, sarcastic, but I'm being dead serious right now.
you're fine, but I'm gonna laugh anyway if it's funny.
No, 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 no. It's not intended to be funny.
Well,
But
no,
serious, I just want to know. I just want your honest. I just want you to tell me straight up honest, because this is
okay,
something that keeps kind of like going in the back of my head, right? So I just want to.
okay,
It's one of those things where I feel like it's just me, and maybe nobody else sees this. So I'm just wondering, is this just me?
okay,
People in the chat can feel free to chime in. And then if it's anything, just put up on the screen, but I don't want to get distracted with, looking at the chat.
right.
But sometimes I feel like maybe when serious topics come up, the reason why people clown around and act ridiculous is because they lack knowledge in these topics. And if they weren't screaming and hollering and yelling, they would have to actually have real conversations, and they would have to be able to actually add something to that conversation. And I feel
Hmm.
that some people lack, you know, bringing something to the table. So they would rather scream and holler, because you can do that for hours on end. That requires no education, no knowledge. And I hate that narrative, because we are painted in this sector that we're all dumb, we're all stupid. And I know that everybody here is not like that.
Hmm.
But I do think that some people, they turn it up, they act crazy because they don't want to have serious conversations, because they have nothing to add to the table at all.
Well,
You think that's a problem?
I think that a lot of that is true. What you're saying, they lack the aptitude to actually um, have a decent conversation or articulate conversation. They think that they're here to entertain all the time, and not only are we here to entertain, we're also here to educate. Because if you're a smart individual, a critical thinker, you learn from everything, even if it's what not to do.
Right.
That's still a lesson that needs to be learned. And they're so busy trying to be seen and trying to be heard, and it goes back to excuse me, it goes back to the fact that, like I said from the very beginning, this is the most popular that a lot of these people have ever been in their life. This is the most attention that a lot of people have ever received in their life. So they don't know how to act. They don't know how to conduct themselves. They think that, oh, well, let me come into the room with my head on fire, screaming and yelling. And the attention that I get from that is validating and is good for me. Opposed to realizing that it really does break down your capacity to listen and to learn and to critically think, because you're giving people a dumbed down version of who you truly can be.
Right.
But yeah,
And I
that's what
think what you said about pizza, and I don't like her either at
I was gonna
all.
bring her up. I was gonna bring her up. She came on there, and I was kind of impressed with her.
Yes, I will agree. And I wanted to say, because I do believe in giving credit where it's due. I'm not one of those people where if I don't like you, I'm just gonna say something negative about every and anything dealing with you. But she
Right,
was able to, even whether I agreed with her opinion or not,
right,
she was able to articulate her opinion in a brief. She wrapped it up, explained it. It made sense, opposed to just riddling and rattling that was going on up on that panel.
right. Like I was really truly impressed with that. And my thing is, like I said, I don't like her like that. I don't like her. I don't dislike her. I have nothing for her. Period. But I don't watch her because of all that yelling and screaming and saying absolutely nothing. But yesterday, when she came up there, whatever, she actually articulated herself in a way that I could understand. And like you said, I may not agree with everything that she said or how she said it, but I understood what she was saying. And I
Right.
understood why she was saying what she was saying and how that fit into her mindset.
Yeah, I understood her point of what she was saying. And that's what I'm talking about. Those are conversations, agreeing to disagree, stating your opinion, and
Right.
the next person doing the same. I just,
And that's true too. Like a lot of people don't understand, like, but James made a good point about that right there yesterday as well. He said that a lot of lesbians have turned into trans men or are trans
true.
lesbians and straight, quote unquote, straight guys don't have a problem with each other because lesbians kind of, when you are butch or when they, I don't know what they call them, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a lesbian.
Right.
When you don't, you are emulating what it is. And men are so vain that they think it's flattering for a woman who's a lesbian to walk around with khakis on and a, you know what I'm saying, polo shirt on with a buzz Caesar cut. Because they know that you're trying to emulate them. So we're so vain as men. We're like, okay, I see what you're doing. Good. What's up? Let me dap you up. But a trans woman who used to be a man, you know what I'm saying, let everybody's, so for a better analogy of it, women are so jealous hearted. Sorry to say it, y'all are. Y'all compete with other bio women. So now I have this man in a dress and some heels coming in killing the game. Oh, we can't have that. So it is. There's a huge difference between a trans woman and a trans man, and how they're perceived and how they're accepted in the community. Not only in the community, but in society.
Right. And see how you just made that comment about women, right? I don't feel that applies to me, but guess what? I wasn't offended by what you said, and I hope that other people learn to pick that up. If something doesn't apply, let it fly. If somebody says something and you know it's not for you, don't pick it up. Don't pick
Thank
it up.
you, Fifi, baby. Like I said, Butch or stud. Like I said, I don't know what's offensive now. So if I would have said Butch, somebody could possibly get offended. Jay Dunn got offended by someone calling her a stud.
They change it
Yeah,
up every other day. Somebody said
yeah.
they
So,
don't.
so,
A
so
lot of
I
people
don't know
say they
what's
don't
the
like
fact.
same gender loving. You
Right.
know, I mean, I never heard that till I got over here. But hey, everybody got different names for it, I guess.
And thing is, numerology. It's the people like yourself, like Shelly, like Shelly. Me saying it was that Shelly's not going to fit it because Shelly knows she don't fit that category. But it's a and like you don't fit that category because you're confident who you are. Maybe you wear Chanel. I remember that you said I pack Chanel. You pack Chanel, so you won't get offended by it. But it's the ones who are insecure, who they walk around with all this confidence. You know what I'm saying? Well, sorry, they walk around saying they're confident, but the reality is they are not because they're really insecure on the inside. They hide it by the outside, if that makes sense.
Right.
Fifi, are you in a community, baby? Because I'm just saying, I don't want to say that word because someone be like, "Oh, he called them that." No, that's let's say those are terms that I know of, but I don't want to use it because I don't want to offend anybody. But yeah, like the conversation is so crazy to me because it turns from justice for someone to this LGBTQIA issue because an LGBTQIA person was attacked and they defended themselves.
A lot of the people who have turned this into, like a gay issue, and they're showing like their homophobic side. I feel sorry for anybody that supports those people if anything truly happened to you, because it could be you that went to Mexico with your husband. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
At the end of the day, what y'all gonna do? You gonna say
But
we shouldn't talk about it because this, that, or the other thing? No,
but
we're
let me
all
drop this to
black
you.
first.
Let me drop this to y'all and in y'all spirit. Remember when I went to New York
Yeah.
and what happened when I got back? The whole fallout.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that kind of parallel to the same thing that happened to her? The only thing is I survived and I wasn't attacked physically. I was attacked emotionally.
Right.
I was attacked mentally. You
Which
try to
that can
attack
be just as bad because that can stress you out until you drop dead on the
right.
ground.
But isn't that kind of the same thing that happened to me
Yeah.
and to you when you went to meet at the Airbnb in DC?
Yeah.
See, it may not be to the extreme as to someone lost their life, but when you going somewhere with a friend or a group of friends and you don't give them what they want or how they want it, and you're attacked verbally by
I'm
it.
glad you brought that up too. Because guess what? Okay, so somebody was saying that they feel that the girl was drugged, right? So we don't really know if the people over in Mexico really did a good, toxicology report or
Right,
whatever. And they were saying because she was taking the hits and it's like it was nothing to her, right?
right,
Um, so it's the same situation with me. Yes, I'm an adult and I have a choice to pick up a drink or eat some edibles or whatever. But when
right.
you're having this stuff shoved in your direction, these people are not looking out for your best interests. You know what I mean? Um, at the end of the day, her friends were trying to set her up because they had an agenda to do what they wanted to do with her credit cards, her money, or whatever. Everybody has their own agenda, and that can happen to anybody. So you have to be careful when you're meeting up with people.
We seen it on. I'm sorry to say that, but we seen it on here. Look what happened to Nicole Tyler.
Yeah.
That was a setup. I mean, like people don't see things like I see. Like I said, I see it all. I really do see it all. I really do see it all, and I can compare and pinpoint how this is like that, and how those things can get out of hand to the point to where if no one held back that individual who attacked Nicole Tyler,
Well,
he would
according
have been
to Heidi, she was told to, come in all hyped up and do this and do that. She was basically like coached. So,
reduced because it is a show, right? That's what they do with the housewives. You meet somebody, but yet out before you go meet them, what's not they put a little bug in your ear.
they sure do. Or
So
they
my
record
thing,
something, let you ear hustle and hear something that has you upset, and then you're behaving and retaliating and doing whatever else. Yeah.
see, let's say we all have these little things, and may not get to the extreme to where we're fighting and killing people was not, or hurting people or harming people was not, or doing this and the third. But if y'all think about stuff like that, it's like it boggles my mind how people don't think about how this one action, this one scenario, this one situation could lead to something on a whole different scale, a whole different level, and
Right.
it bypasses sex, gender, and all that situations. You know what I'm saying? When you
Absolutely.
are a person who likes mess and thrive on mess, and you're a chaos demon, it don't matter if you're straight, if you're gay, if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're black, if you're white, if you're another ethnicity. That's your motive in going to a situation. When you come into a situation knowing that you have ill intentions, and that's not being discussed. We're stuck on this gender color thing, opposed to talk about the ill intentions of people and how to peep those signs, how to look out for those signs. Once you see someone, you can never unsee that if your eyes stay open. I don't know. This is how I think. I could be crazy.
No, you're not crazy at all. I'm glad we had this discussion, or we're having the discussion.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, I want to talk about something that makes sense that people can learn from, that people can see and draw a parallel to and see how dangerous it is. But
Right.
opposed to that, we're screaming, yelling about why Maddie said what she said, and her looking like this, and her looking like that, and how she shakes. Like, oh, that's not called for.
Right.
There's
And
no
I
result
can
in that.
say a part of being proactive is something that I can say right here to you. At any time you want to have a discussion about anything, where we're not going to be yelling and screaming, but we're going to be doing something. I don't care what it is. I'm open to it. Whether you
Mm-hmm.
want to do it on your channel, you want to do it on my channel, I'm open to that. So I think it starts with that. It starts with just a certain amount of people saying that when it comes to some serious situations, we can speak about it and have respect. We don't have to be quote unquote friends or behind the scenes doing all kind of crazy stuff. But we got to get to the point where we can have adult conversations. And that's what I saw lacking yesterday was adult conversations.
And my thing is, enough is enough. It really is enough. Enough is enough. This war's already gone to hell in a handbasket without our help.
Right.
Why are we adding fuel to the fire? For a coin?
Oh my God.
For a couple more dollars on our AdSense check? For a couple more clicks and views? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It really truly doesn't. And that's why I had a problem with. That's why I came out of my little cocoon and made sense of this morning, because it's like, the conversation that needs to be had isn't being had. What is the resolution? What are we hoping for? What do we want to happen? And no one's answering that question.
Right.
You're saying justice, but what does justice look like to you? Does justice look like you dog someone in the LGBTQI community because they disagree with you, or said something that you felt was ill-timed?
Right.
What does justice look like? Because no one on here making these videos done anything. We weren't in Mexico with Shaquilla and her friends. We weren't part of that friend circle. So why attack someone on here? Why demean someone on here if you're not doing it for clicks and views? If you're not doing it for trying to get attention over to your channel? Or I cuss them out. Now what? No offense, it sounds cold, but she's still dead. They still haven't been charged with anything as of yet. So her family still don't have any type of resolution for her. So cussing me out, talking about the way I look, talking about how my mannerisms are, how does that help the situation? It does.
I think a discussion definitely needs to, if nothing else, a discussion definitely needs to take place on traveling, The do's and the don'ts, and it's not even about Mexico. It's anywhere you go. When you
Right.
go to Rome, you do as the Romans do. So I think that conversation needs to take place. And I think there also needs to be a conversation where when there's a serious topic, or even just, it doesn't even have to be a serious topic, a topic, period, to stay on topic.
Right. Absolutely right about that. Because like people getting off topic, and every like you said it. Like even when I heard your video after I made mine when I was in the streets, you were like stay on code. I'm like I said that like we will never get anywhere if we're never on code.
Right.
Our code is individualism, and going back to the Willie Lynch letters. That's what it is. It's about survival. That's what our code is. Individualized survival. Not survival as a culture, not survival as a race, but surviving individually.
Well, I've made many videos in the past about the house nigga, field nigga, and it's that mentality as well.
Mm-hmm. Right. I got mine, so go get yours. No, Massa ain't gonna take mine from me. No, Massa said this, and if I do this for Massa, I'm gonna reap the benefits. No. There have to be one collective, one voice. That's why when Kanye said something about the Jews, the entire Jewish community stepped forward and said something.
Right. And then you seen change.
Exactly.
Because they did what? They were proactive. They didn't just sit back talking crap.
I'm just saying. People who didn't buy Adidas, you know what I'm saying, because Adidas was started by Nazis or this and the third, whatever, you know what I'm saying. We're not bought Adidas to show now that you did something for us, we're going to help you in your economy. So you're not going to see the financial detriment by losing this individual. We're going to step up and show you what's up. That's the mindset that we need to have.
Right.
And I understand boycotting Mexico was not to get change in the situation. But how about the Brittany Griner situation?
Right. That's another situation that's absolutely crazy. And she had to end up pleading guilty, because I think she felt like she had to,
Right. But now they say she's missing. Her lawyers haven't been able to contact her, was not because they moved her from the prison she was in to a harsher prison.
I had no idea. I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't even know that.
See, and like I said, all this stuff that we talked about was not, but no one's talking about that. Like they want many to talk about this Shaquilla Robinson situation was that, but who's talking about this Brittany Griner situation?
Yeah, I have been following her story for a while, but I didn't know that they had moved her and she was missing.
They moved her to a different prison, a harder prison with a harder workload was not, and her lawyers can't contact her because they didn't tell her lawyers exactly what's going on when they was going to do this. See, that you want a person in part of the community to talk about a quote unquote biological woman situation, whatever, but yet I don't hear, like you said, I think you said this, I don't hear people talking about issues that affect the community.
Right. They don't. They don't.
The Brittany Griner thing was okay, but once she got convicted, no one's talking about it again. But yet, I'm still following it because that's how I know that she was moved without any type of proper knowledge or information being sent. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Like I said, I'm everywhere. I'm just not over here. I read. I'm well read. So I know I look crazy sometimes, talk crazy sometimes, ignore people at times, whatever. But I see everything. And when I hear conversations with people screaming and yelling about Shaquilla, I'm asking, okay, what's up with Brittany Griner? She's been in prison for a thing that she forgot to pack.
All over CBD at that.
Yeah. She was willing and easily could throw away in the trash.
Right.
When you go to the airport and have a bottle of water and try to go through security, they actually throw it away.
Right. I had been following and listening to her wife and everything, so I didn't. I'm gonna do some checking out on that story too.
Oh yeah, her wife. This is about what? Probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. Her wife was talking about it.
Yeah.
Her wife was so scared for it because she's like, I can't contact her. The lawyer don't know where she's at. It's crazy. Like there's so many different things that can be going on. But like I said, you can't follow. I'm not going to fault you for that. You know what I'm saying? You can't follow everything. Like
Right.
that's like me getting mad at everyone who don't know that story or don't know that turn of events in that story. I can't get mad at you for not knowing that. You can't follow everything. You're not going to be there to be abreast of everything. Just like Maddie wasn't abreast of this whole Shaquilla situation. You can't be.
Yeah, it's
It's
only so many hours in a day, you know.
right. And if you take care of your own personal business and you making your money moves, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like someone said earlier, you don't have time to sit here and come on social media and follow that.
Okay, hold up, Paul. Say that one more time. Say it one more time.
I said, when you're making your money moves, you don't have time to
Uh-huh.
come on social media to follow stuff like that.
Right.
You know, like I'm making sure my bag is cool and I'm okay. Make sure I'm protecting myself and my family and my future. I can't follow everybody who died because like no one's talking about the 3 people who died in Mexico for carbon monoxide either.
Right.
Like that should be something that should be talking about. I'm saying the making sure that you check like having a portable carbon monoxide thing with you when you travel with these strange Airbnbs and hotels and stuff that you're staying in.
Right. Now we I told you we talked about that a little bit on Tracy's platform, but as I was listening to her replay, I heard her say, um, and I don't want to quote because she may have not said it in this way. Tracy, if you happen to be in the chat or in the bushes, drop down. But she said something like, I don't want to go to Mexico because they didn't even have a carbon monoxide detector in the Airbnb. But I think what a lot of people don't realize, in a lot of foreign countries, they don't have one. And not only do they not have one, they don't even have a smoke detector.
Right.
As long as I've been in Jamaica, I never have ever seen, at least maybe they had one in a business, but maybe I just wasn't looking for it. But as far as like residential, there I've never seen a smoke detector.
Mm.
So let alone carbon monoxide. So it's not just Mexico. Like these little things are things that I think we need to have these real conversations about traveling for safety. Or women traveling alone, you know what I'm saying? Or traveling with friends, just being a bunch of women and not having a man with you for, protection or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Like there's so much that can be discussed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, all this outrage, which is warranted, but what's the outrage for the people who died at an Airbnb?
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
guess what? Their family had to pay that same, I believe it was $7,000 to get their body back over. They kept thinking because this girl got murdered, oh, they had to pay this amount. No, that's what everybody has been paying. All of
Right.
those black women that have been going over there to get BBLs and all of these cheap surgeries because they're doing 4 or 5 things to them at one time, and they're dropping like flies. And then their
Mm-hmm.
family has to fight to get them back over here. I talked about that too.
Right. But all that's not getting into because that's not the hot topic right now.
Right.
You know, like I said, earlier, it's all about the coin. Everyone wants the coin. Everyone wants the numbers because it's a hot topic. Was not everyone wants to give an opinion on that hot topic, but yet no one's really looking for a solution or a resolution, which is crazy to me. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely appreciate you being here, Shirley. I definitely appreciate you agreeing to do this. Like I said,
Anytime.
there's few people on here that I can talk with and have a conversation with, and not have it either a screaming match or having some type of extraness coming in, this and the third. It was like listening to your video was the only thing that made sense. Cause everything else was a bunch of noise to me. It really was. It really was a bunch of noise.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
even
did you, okay, so out of like, okay, so let me just ask you this. So it was, okay, so it was 3 panels that I know I was on yesterday or I watched. So did you get anything out of, because I'm not saying this for you to say anything negative, but did you get anything out of Jay Wilson's panel? Did you learn anything? Even if it's people showing their true colors, did you see anything there that was like, oh, okay,
no, I no, I didn't learn anything from this panel. But what I did, observe
Mm-hmm.
was the fact that, sorry, what I did observe was the fact that he definitely is not one to discuss these topics like this. Because if you have someone that this stuff is centered around, you should let him talk. Let them talk.
See, I didn't. To be honest, I only heard like maybe the last. I don't even think 2 minutes because the topic was getting so out of hand with people saying all kind of crazy stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when it gets like that, I literally just walk away. So
Right.
I went, I think I took like a shower. I went and got my dinner. And then I got a call. I ain't gonna say
Mm-hmm.
the person's name, but they're in the chat right now. And they were calling me to tell me that Maddie was on the panel. But when they called me, I text back and I said, I'm eating my dinner. I'll call you when it's done. And
Mm-hmm.
then bam, I saw Maddie on there and I was like, oh God, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Hey,
then
Ashley.
then there was James' panel.
Mm-hmm.
What did you get? Oh, so let me take it back. So I didn't go back and read ball to hear what she said.
She didn't say
I
anything.
don't think I'll ever go.
She
She
couldn't
didn't
say
say
anything. She couldn't say anything because he kept interrupting her.
oh. Well, I just know that the other places that we went to, he was saying like, go back to her page. She explained everything, but I was also telling him that she had already explained herself. You know what I mean?
No,
She had
what he was
already made a
saying,
statement on.
because like he said on James's panel, on my channel, I talk with man. On my let me stop doing that voice. Let me stop being messy. But he kept saying, go to his channel to listen to what she had to say. And my thing is, that's why I wrote in James's chat, no, Maddie explained herself on her channel. Because it seemed like on James' channel, he was trying to promote his videos.
Yeah, I
And
think he didn't know that she had already explained herself. That's what I'm
see,
assuming.
and
But
that's what, see, and you're so nice about that. You're so nice about that. You're so nice about that. Because my thing is this: if you're ill-informed of what's going on, wouldn't you, as a person, go to the source's channel to see what you can find?
well, yeah, I would.
Wouldn't you, as a person, as a content creator, was that as the queen of receipts, would
I
do all your
would.
due diligence to figure out what's going on before you talk about it?
Yeah, I would.
And you think that Jay Wilson, how close he says with Maddie, how much he loved him some Maddie, this and the third, wouldn't have known that she made Twitters, Instagrams, and YouTube videos
Yeah, she
on this
did. She
topic
did make several. Yeah,
on several different platforms and several videos. So if you're going to
yeah,
have this discussion about this individual, shouldn't you be at least knowledgeable of what you're talking about?
yeah.
And then when they come up on your panel, you give them the breathing room to actually voice what you're talking about, even especially if you don't know. Take a step back and listen to what they're saying so you can be aware of what's going on, opposed to keep on interrupting them talking, over talking them, because you're so excited this person is in your room and you know it's going to garner you some numbers.
Right.
Just my observation. I could be wrong. But when I saw that, and then I saw you on James' panel saying, "Oh, well, she talked about it on your thing." Hey, Mary Carey, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? And you not allowing her to actually get it out. Full disclosure, I text James. Why is Jay Wilson on your panel trying to promote his channel?
Mm.
I wrote it in the channel already. Like I said, there's nothing I can say to people about somebody that I won't say to their face or say about them in public. I don't care. What you gonna do? Nothing. Like that's all I got from his thing. First, him asking to drop the link all throughout the chat. Then when James finally dropped it, he get up there, don't say anything. Then him promoting himself. I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense to me. That's why I say it's about a cloud chase and a coin, which is fine. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I wish we really could have had a real conversation.
Right.
I mean, I think in between at little times there were things that, were brought up, but even people who have an opposite opinion from me, I feel like those opinions weren't able to really to be heard because there was so much confusion and division and disrespect and
Right.
so on and so forth.
Lack of tolerance because everyone wants to get their story heard, but no one wants to listen.
Right.
You know, oh, and then and like, but like I said in my video was not earlier today. I thought about it when I was driving. I don't know when I said it, if I said it at all out loud, but it's like, oh, I said it on my video. James and I are both two black men in the LGBTQI community. We're both designers. We're both artists. We have some of the same things, but we're two different people with two different experiences. I don't speak for James, and James can't speak for me.
Right. Just like the lady up there talking, saying, "Oh, I'm speaking for biological." Well, you're not speaking for me. Speak for yourself.
Right, exactly. You can't speak for, but also, all a lot of people don't understand is that I can only speak about my experience. I can't speak for anything else. I can't. A lot of people think that their experience is, sorry, no. Oh,
so you mix it in tea. Tricky one. The game's not 1-1, by the way.
Whatever, yo. Anyways, but yeah, it's like you can't do that. Like, you can't speak for someone else's experience just because y'all may click some of the same boxes. You're black. You're a woman. You were born a woman. You know what I'm saying? There's other boxes that need to be clicked before I take you on fully, if that makes sense.
Right. I agree.
But yeah, it's just crazy to me. Hey, Stevie J, how you doing, babe? Sorry. Yeah, Stevie J. What's up?
So, what's the next real topic we're going to have? What we're going to talk about the next time?
Let me tell you
anything. You think about it, or you can think about it and you get back with me. You know what I'm saying? But let's have some real conversation sometime soon.
Yeah, no problem. My days are Monday, so since you already scheduled on Wednesdays for your wine and weed.
Child. Well, I don't know, because this Wednesday I'm gonna be out with I'll be out with my family, and then the next Wednesday I may be doing a show, but I am upset that you can't make it for the one on the 7th. What time do you get off of work though?
Man, I work. I work 3 times to get done, kind of like 3 to 3.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so it's like but I definitely wanted to be there because I definitely wanted. First of all, I was trying to see because you didn't tell me who I was gonna be on it, but I was I can sit with anybody. I can talk to anybody, and I would definitely like to sit with the people that how you framed it, because people don't know, but I am and have been here for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to sit in that space.
Don't people know that though?
Huh?
Don't people know that?
No, because I'm not. Because I'm. I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to be out there like that. I'm not that outside, like Beyonce said. We ain't that outside. I ain't that outside. Let me be a smaller content creator. Let me just be someone who just popped in, you know what I'm saying, yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you what, if it maybe, like I said, maybe I could do a part 2 at some point, and maybe you'll be available for that, because I would like, for you to be heard too. So
yeah, it's but I think like the people that I'm thinking that you have is going to have on it. You know what I'm saying? It would be a great conversation to have and be in that environment to have with them, even people that I may not always agree with or like, or whatever the case may be, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just that, it's just like I actually work. And CBJ asked your question. Yes, I heard about what happened in Colorado, and that's a tragedy as well. No one's talking about that either.
Well, I think Tim is live talking about it.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. But yeah,
and he'll probably be the only one, maybe. I don't know.
Right, because there's a tragedy happening every day. And also, did you hear about the Virginia Tech? I think was it the Virginia Tech shooting?
Yeah, the black boy.
Yeah, it's so much. Like I said, it's so much.
It is.
Like I said,
I think that's the reason why we shouldn't be on here battling at the rate that we do, because the stuff that's going on in the world and the stuff people got going on in their own real life, who has time for that all day? God
And
damn.
that's my whole thing. And that was my whole point right there. That's my whole point right there. It's so much happening. It's so much going on. And it sounds callous when I say people die every day, but people are literally dying every day by some stupidity and some tragedy and some craziness. It's happening every day. I can't keep track of all of it. I'm not going to talk about all of it because I'm making sure that my mental is okay.
Right.
It affects me just as much. Just reading about the story was not listening about these things and watching these loss of life from innocent people by people who are envious, jealous, scared, whatever the case may be.
Right.
I can't discuss everything. That can't be in front of my mind on all of those. It's all tragic.
I think another real topic that nobody wants to address is that sometimes when you're picking and provoking a person online, there may be serious consequences behind that. Just because it has not happened, or you feel that it never has happened or never will happen, you never know what somebody has going on, which is going to take them over the edge. And then people will say, oh my God, this person is dead behind, but why was that person pushed to that point? Just like when that girl was hitting and she wasn't fighting back. I feel like it's the same way when a person is attacking, and you're ignoring. It's the same shit. Same shit.
But I feel, well, speaking of that whole hitting and thing, I felt she was so hurt and so shocked.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if you're going somewhere with people that you grew up with, that you went to college with, high school with, was not, your childhood friends, and y'all all planning this huge vacation, was not, and next thing you know, they just attack you.
Verbally. I heard she paid the fare for two of the people to go there. So it's like,
so
God, damn.
You know, I'm doing good. I'm being successful. Was not. I'm doing good. Let me give back. There's another reason why you can't give back to everybody.
Right.
Because you don't know their intentions. But you went out your way to do this, and you're so just flabbergasted. Like, you're so dumb. Like, I don't even want to fight back. Fuck it. Hit me. I don't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. So to me, that's where she was. That's why I feel that from her.
Yeah, I know she really wanted them to stop. And that's the correct. I mean, I've honestly never seen anybody fight somebody like that and they didn't fight back, or even, I don't feel like she wasn't even protecting herself. And that's why I feel like they may have gave her some form of, whether it was a little volume or something. I don't know, something.
But she was coherent to say, I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, she did. Yeah, for sure.
So she was coherent enough to can verbalize, I'm just not. The way she said it, she sounded exasperated. Because dude was like, why don't you at least find her back, at least hit her back? She's like, I don't want to. No. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. It was like, oh, baby. Like, I can't even talk about it because I'm getting upset about it right now. But yeah, that's why it's like, it's just heart-wrenching. It's torturous for me. Because as much as crazy as I am, as hard as I try to be, I'm still very sensitive about someone else is in pain.
Right.
I'm really sensitive because I don't, unless I caused it, I don't want to see it or hear about it. I mean, that sounds crazy, but it is what it is. Like,
and I'm gonna be honest, I feel so bad for her parents knowing that footage, you know what I'm saying, is online for the rest of their lives. You never know when you just scrolling, minding your business, and then that thing pops up. I feel,
and that's what I'm saying. No one's discussing the mental of the family.
Right.
Y'all focused on T.S. Madison and what she said.
Just like they did with Takeoff. They had the whole thing, him laying on the ground with his eyes, all on Twitter, all on YouTube. And I'm like, come on. His family's already in the business. They on social media and got to keep reliving that death over and over and over
and
again.
Being attached to that. That's what they're attached to.
Like, I even asked if we could agree as a sector to say, you know what? Can we just start with not dragging deceased family members? I know people still gonna drag kids or whatever, but that would be having, reaching a goal for this situation. But no, they don't want that.
But with that, let's be honest, we all have done it.
I don't think I was dragging no dead people.
I think you did.
I did.
Yeah. You did.
But
But
no. I think I know what you're talking about. I didn't drag the child. I just said you know what I'm saying I don't want to encourage them. I ain't got time to argue.
but
Yeah,
no, but you know what I'm saying? We all do it on some level. Like
right.
I'm out here
Bringing
dragging
it up,
kids.
yeah. I got you.
I'm out here
You
dragging
know what?
people, but
I'll
I
take
want you to comb your
accountability.
child's hair.
Huh?
So I'm not out here dragging a child, but I will tell you to comb your child's hair.
Yeah, I will tell you to teach your kid how to read cat in the hat.
Right. I will tell you, you know what I'm saying, to make sure your kids don't walk around the street with no bare feet on and eating damn melted ice cream cones. Like, I mean, but that's not dragging a child, that's me dragging your parenting. But yet people can look at it as, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't say good your mom died or whoever died in your family was not, but I will say maybe you should think about what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And why, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we all do it on some level. So I can't, so I said, I will always say I'm not innocent in none of the situation. I'm not innocent at all.
Right. I'm definitely not either, for sure.
But at the same time, I definitely understand what a boundary is and where it lies. You know what I'm saying? I definitely can grasp the concept of, you know, making sure I don't go too far and above the line. Like y'all know, I've been having AIDS. I don't have monkeypox. My husband's sick. My husband don't love me. He only married me to get a green card. Y'all know, I've been all this stuff. I mean, and my thing's okay, cool.
Oh, you got married for a green card too?
You know.
Oh yeah, I did too. Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is they're both Jamaicans, so you know they scam them.
Which is enough, and I told you how I feel about that. It's ignorance. It's ignorance, and I don't even argue with ignorance.
So, but yeah, so like I said, like, and then and I've been funny thing about this is, and one thing about this, well, what I found funny, I'll listen to Jay Dunn not listen to Jay Dunn herself, but listen to someone, and Jay Dunn was on that panel. Oh, about the Brian thing. When Jay Dunn was talking about Brian and how she was going to call his job, this and that, I don't know where she was at with that.
Oh, Jay Dunn wants to call Brian's job or Jay Wilson's job, because that's the only one I heard about.
Brian's job. No, Brian got a new job. You know, and when he was outside making a look at recording a couple of days ago, talking about the incident at his job. And so Jay Dunn was talking about it. And in her talking about it, she said that she don't care because he did something to her first. And my thing is this. I wish somebody would have asked her, Jay Dunn, why'd you call the police on Food Junkie?
You want me to call her and ask her?
I don't care about it. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was going to say, if you want me to make a call,
I'm saying that was just a question I had in my mind because, like, because she always says she does stuff to people because they've done something to her first on that same level.
Well, you might have been down the street from where she lived at. That's what she said.
I wasn't.
Oh, or her family might have been there.
And 4 days later, because she didn't call when it happened. She called and I cussed her out because she was trying to drag me on Pizarro's channel. See, people think that I can tell you every incident where I address someone, where it happened and where it stemmed from. Everything. I can tell you how me and you got into it.
Right.
I can tell you how me and Jay Wilson got into it. I can tell you why me and James had a couple words. I can tell you why me and Sean got into it. I can tell you why me and D. Ramsey got into it. Me and Leo. Me and Patricia Cunningham. Who else I got into it with? Me and Brian. I can tell you what all those things come from. But when I'm attacked, no one can ever tell you what I've done to them because I don't do anything to people. I just talk. I do like this. I talked about what's going on these streets. Or whatever happened behind the scenes where you try to do some pillow talk. But I'm just saying. I'm so messy at times. Anyway, but yeah, that's all I do. I'm not attacking your personal situation. But Jay Dunn got mad because she tried me on Pizarro's thing. I told her to get her hand out her pants from smelling her pussy. She got mad and do what Jay Dunn does, which is fine. Not offended because when she got embarrassed, because nothing happened, nothing will ever happen with that, because I know my law, I know my rights. It is. But see, what got me was when she trying to say Brian said she was going to do XYZ, and when she showed the proof, no, it was your opinion of what you thought Brian did to you or what Brian said to you. Well, he called me Jake from State Farm. You call yourself a grown-ass man. You call yourself Jake from State Farm. him repeating it isn't him doing anything to you. So you call his job is you just being the most vicious person that you can be, which is fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. When people call me crazy or something like that, it don't bother me. I call myself crazy, so it's like, okay, confirmation, whatever. I'm not
Or
a
how about the home invader when they call you that?
child.
On to the messy portion of the video.
Child. Child. Mm-mm. You know, they way nobody home invade no damn body.
Because isn't a home invader when you kick in a door and no one expects you to be there?
Mm-hmm.
So that in itself isn't right.
Not when a
Like,
person on the phone talking to you on the way there.
right. Weren't yours, wasn't those people that you knew and knew that you was on your way to the house?
Yeah.
Okay, so that right there. Just so that's what I'm saying. People like these little terms of what's not just like the whole thing. Oh, they mad. What do people like? Have anyone ever told someone what they were mad about? I'm mad because people collecting money. Okay, well, how am I mad about that? I can't spend it. My dinner's bought already. I'm gonna be start prepping in a couple of hours. So how am I
What you
mad?
cooking?
Oh, let me show you that. I'm doing a turkey, I'm doing ribs, and I'm doing a roast.
Okay.
I
Now my cousin, I don't celebrate holidays, but this
right,
year I'm going to my cousin's house, and that's only because her daughter is coming home from college. It's her first year in college. So she was telling her, she was like, Mom, I'm craving some ribs. So that's exactly what she's cooking. So we just basically I mean, I don't really call it Thanksgiving, but
right.
because I mean, I
It's
cook every day. You know, we eat every day anyway. So
right.
I don't know. I just don't do it. Yeah.
And you
So
see my plates anyway. Like my plates are my plates. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, my Thanksgiving. Well, my Monday evening meal is y'all Thanksgiving sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I'm doing that. I'm doing my apple and sausage cornbread dressing. I'm doing yams. I'm doing corn and lima beans. I'm doing broccoli. I'm doing cabbage. I'm doing
You doing any cornbread?
no. I'm doing cornbread dressing.
Oh, okay.
We're not big meat people like that. Like not meat people. We're not big bread people like that. You know. So we don't need to have bread with every meal. But I'm also doing like a gravy. Also doing my homemade cranberry sauce. Then I'm doing pistachio pie, and I'm also doing a sweet potato pie. And I also bought uh, um, pecan pie.
Funny enough, I don't even like half the food this um associated with Thanksgiving. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
cranberries or whatever hell them thing is
You
called.
only like mine because mine is so good. Like what I do is
I don't
I
like pie at all. I hate pie. The only
what?
type of, yes, I hate pie. The only type of pie that I'll eat is like, like when I used to have the empanadas or whatever from Taco
Mm-hmm.
Bell, or like
Yeah.
the apple pies from Checkers / Riley's or
So
Popeyes.
you like fried pies,
Yeah,
like
I'll eat
you
that.
have fried pies.
But like a sweet potato pie, something like that, absolutely not. Apple pie, cherry pie, no, even a McDonald's pie, not gonna touch it. I don't like cheesecake. I'm a picky fat bitch. Okay, you would think that I just eat anything, but no. I'm very, very, very picky. Very, very picky.
Yeah. See, but I have family coming in from out of town this year, so that's exciting. You know,
Yeah.
to put my business out there for the people to try to dox and talk shit about.
Child.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, just like I said, normally it's me, my husband, and some friends who else not that drop through. But now I have like my little aunt that I made a video with. She'll be here. Her daughter will be here. Some cousins from LA will be here. You know what I'm saying? So I have a couple people just dropping by and hanging out and celebrating the festivities together.
Life is short.
Yeah, that's what we think.
You gotta, really enjoy every moment and every second
Right.
that you have with your family.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I just saw her last month, a month and a half ago, or whatever. So it was just nice of her saying, "Well, I'll be in town. Should I make reservations, or am I coming by?" Oh, just drop on by.
Right.
It's cool. Like and being the age that I am, I'm not a child, so it's like, but it's nice to have my aunt who's only like 6, 7 years older than me. Anyway, I'm saying drop by and have her my cousins and stuff. Saying just hang out and stuff like that. This is really cool. Saying that's why I'm not really vested in this whole YouTube stuff because like I'm
Right.
preparing for my family and friends and stuff to come over for the holidays. I don't have time to sit here and play games with people and argue back and forth with that. I'll be shady was not just like people been shady with me for the past several days. I don't care. Do what you gotta do. Make your money, or beg for your money, or just ask for do what you do best. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I know that one thing for sure. People better step out and start enjoying life as much as they can.
Uh
Because I
huh.
feel like some people are so caught up on the social media that they're gonna open their eyes one day and realize that their whole life has passed them and they have absolutely nothing to show for it.
Exactly. Um, Fifi, yes, I do know how to make it, but you have to reduce the for the sour cream. I reduce the amount of oil and milk that I use to make my the cornbread that way initially. So if you have a cornbread recipe, just reduce the amount of oil and milk, the liquids that you use for your cornbread. Reduce that, and then you can add the cream style corn or the sour cream to it. Sour cream makes it a little bit more moisture, makes it more kind of for me a little bit more wetter consistency. But if you're gonna add the cream style corn, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's more a consistency of like a corn pudding than it is a cornbread for me. I usually spoon that out opposed to cutting it up. But yeah, so I'm making like my cornbread stuffing, so dressing. I'm making a cornbread for that from scratch.
And can I tell you that I also hate stuffing? Will not eat it, will
Stuffing
not
or
touch it.
dressing?
Huh?
Stuffing or dressing?
Dressing, stuffing, whatever you want to call it. I'm not eating none of that. Nada. Not
Ugh.
gonna touch it.
Yeah. Like I mean, it's really I don't know. It's like I don't know. This year I'm kind of excited about the holiday season. Although we're not going to decorate. We're not doing all this extra stuff. I'm just kind of excited about it. You know, a little older, a little bit more wiser. You know, just
Right.
excited about it. That's it. The refrigerator's full of all kind of like what I was doing today was buying the last of the stuff. I bought like like the little juices and stuff for the mixers and stuff for the drinks. So I bought some juices and stuff. Some more water from Sam's Club, just stuff like that. Just little stuff, little knickknacks and things that I needed to get together. So I'm gonna
Right.
put up the stuff that I bought. Eat something because I ate earlier today, but not lately. Then I'm just gonna start filling around the house and later on tonight before I go to bed, start chopping up my hardcore vegetables. Put that in the refrigerator. You know,
Right.
so
You know,
all
another thing I don't like is gravy. But let me just be clear. I don't like American gravy. That type of gravy I won't touch. But you know what I'm talking about, the difference of Jamaican gravy versus American gravy?
yeah.
I'll
It's
eat Jamaican gravy. American gravy, I will not touch it. Don't want it nowhere near my food.
and for y'all don't know what Jamaican gravy is, it's kind of like the braising liquid of the meat, right?
Yep.
Shelly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like the braising liquid of the meat, that's what she called gravy in
Yeah, you
Jamaica.
add like a little ketchup and stuff
Right.
like that in it or whatever. So that I'll use that, but regular, like gravy, no.
But
Yams, I don't like what candy, what they call it? Candy yams or
candy
something.
yams,
Yeah, I won't touch them. Now I will boil a yam and just eat it just like that. Add nothing to it, just boil it. Yep.
mm-mm. I
Jamaican
think
style,
yeah,
like
right.
the banana you boil or
Yeah,
potato.
the plant you boil the plantains before you fry them up.
Yeah, and I just eat it like that. So,
So kind of like a potato almost, like a regular potato.
right.
We also like
Mhm.
a root vegetable.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, but I need my candy yams with my things, and I'm doing a little bit of non-traditional and traditional because I wasn't going to. I'm not doing ham because that seems to go to waste. So, and I bought a smaller turkey, like found it for like I think it was like 10 to 12 pounds. So that's really small for a turkey. So doing that, I'm going to do a Cajun turkey. Actually, I'm going to inject it with Cajun butter and then
Oh
rub
wow.
the butter underneath the skin and then douse it with the Cajun seasoning on top. So it's gonna be a Cajun turkey.
I remember when my grandmother used to fix a ham. I'm not a huge ham fan unless it's like honey baked ham, But I used to like when she would take the leftover ham, even with the bone, and then make like some soup peas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I could eat that shit all through the winter. Just tear it up.
Yeah. I think this is like that stew type weather anyway. You know what I'm saying? That stew soup type
Right.
weather. So
And plus everybody's getting sick. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody I know, but a decent amount of people that I know are dealing with like respiratory infections, colds, all kind of shit. Like I've had a cold. I've been on antibiotics pretty much this whole month. I'm still,
mm.
it's the 21st. Yeah. So yeah.
But
So a
yeah,
lot of stuff going on.
and it's kind of strange because you don't know what it is, if it's part of the pandemic situation,
Right.
or if it's just your allergies waking up and acting the fool, or if it's a cold, or if it's flu season. You don't know what's really going on.
Right. Because they said it's a whole bunch of new allergies and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. But they had diagnosed me with tonsillitis. But it's always whenever I go out, in public or I'm around other people, I just pick up stuff real easy. So that's just something that people need to pay attention to now. Like don't get too comfortable just
Right.
because, we don't have to wear masks, most places or whatever. Still protect yourself.
I had my mask on all day today when I was out. I still wear my mask. I
Yeah.
don't, I don't play that whole thing. I don't know you like that. Like, I mean, I know I'm good, but I don't know what's going on with you and what's going to jump off on your spirit into my spirit. Like Brian said, that energy, that negative spirit jumped off onto me.
Oh Lord.
He said, like,
Like I thought you and Brian, y'all not beefing no more.
no, I don't beef with anybody. I don't beef with anybody. I really don't beef with anybody.
Oh, okay.
I say what I need
I
to
just
say. I'll
remember
move
him
on.
making some videos to you, but that was a while back. So
Yeah. I mean, he was upset because I said that. I mean, like I said, I can tell you where I tell you where it's still from. When he got hit in his chest in the sauna, and he got his gun, I said that was inappropriate. It was too much.
yeah.
That's what I feel. It's not. I mean, trying to dog him. I guess he got offended by that and started clowning. And I said what I
Oh,
said, made my couple videos, and I was done with it. And he been over here since then. We've been pleasant. He hasn't said anything to my knowledge. He apologized to me, and I said, and I told him, I'm like, Brian, don't give me the apologies that you give James. You apologize to me out. He laughed. I mean, I'm just gonna be me. I'm not gonna sit here and try to argue with people. I don't care because the reality is, I know for a fact you won't do the same thing. You won't have the same energy face to face. So for me getting upset with you on this right here, this little apparatus, I don't have time for that. And people who's constantly talking mess, keep on talking, man. Keep on talking, girl. Because you know what I'm saying? The reality is if I saw you in person, you'll shit your pants.
right. Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, it's really funny to me how like things on this, like even like it's just changed so much. The atmosphere on here just changed. The landscape has changed so much, and not for the better. And
Right.
like that, this whole situation kind of reveal people for who they are. Because my
It
thing is,
really did.
if that's your first go to,
Yeah.
that's how you always felt.
Yep. And I've always said that.
You know,
It's very telling to me.
yeah. But
I've been
like
taking mental notes.
I believe you the first time.
Right.
You know, I don't need to be hitting them face 2 or 3 times for me to believe you. I believe you the first time. It's okay. Not mad, not upset, not angry about anything that's going on. What people say, 'cause that's what you do. That's who you are, and it's okay. Us, you know what I'm saying?
I don't
But
even listen. People that I know don't rock with me and I don't rock with them. I don't even listen to them because I don't care about their opinion. I don't care what they have to say. I say what I gotta say, go where I want to go, move how I want to move, and keep it moving.
that's why you don't see me on panels or in chats like that all the time. I'm there
Right.
because I mean, from the very beginning, the years I've been on here, that's what I did anyway. I don't need to be seen. If I want to say something was that, I come on my channel and say it. I don't need to be
Right.
seen with angry people in the chat. Like, how insecure are you for you to think that that's the only way that you can be seen and be heard?
I
Those
mean,
are
when I was hearing them talking about charging people for membership so that they don't get timed out in chats, I couldn't believe my ears what I heard yesterday. I just said, "Oh my god!" And that's all I am. I'm just gonna let it go because
you know they came from the black sector. That's what they do over there. like the whole
Yeah,
buying rich things and all that stuff. All that y'all, it's over here. It came from the black sector. That's what they used to do over there in the black sector.
right. But this is the thing. If I come in your chat, I
Uh-huh.
don't care if me and you are best friends. If I come in your chat and I get timed out for no reason, I'm just minding my business, supporting your chat. And if I get timed out, I'm just gonna leave and I'm not gonna come back. I'm not gonna hit you up on the back end or then pay a fee, or I'm gonna pay $7 a month so I don't get timed out again. Oh no, I'm not doing that.
I'm not going to pay for it, nor am I going to pay you for to sign somebody else out.
Right, and I'm not doing none of that. Yeah, if you
Oh,
can't control your moderator, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there should be moderators for you.
then
There should be moderators. Period. Like if I can't like if you don't respect me enough to be like act like you got some sense when you're over
right.
here, then there's no need for us to talk. I had to $25 for real. I guess Bree selling wrenches for $25. I guess.
Oh, I didn't know they were selling wrenches. I only heard about the fee that you got to pay to get not timed out, and that just took me back. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I don't know. I just mm.
See this?
I'm not doing that.
Too involved. Too involved. Too
Yeah,
involved. I don't have the energy all the time to be involved that much. It's not that serious for me. Never have been, never will be. And people think that, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. There's billions of channels that you can go to. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to force yourself to be somewhere where you're getting blocked or timed out or whatever for no reason. And you're trying to support because your support is a click and a view. And for some
Mhm.
people, it equals a coin. And for everybody, it equals watch time. So, you know what I'm saying? I just feel grateful if somebody watches me. I don't really care about all that extra stuff because they don't have to. They could watch anybody. So I
Right.
don't think people should be harassed for supporting somebody. That's crazy. Or you got to pay to not get timed out. Hell no.
And thing is, and even with the let's talk memberships right quick before we go because I need to get myself together and start doing stuff around the house. Memberships. I know I know you have one.
Yeah, I just started I got demonetized. I just
Yeah.
got back monetized. So I just put my membership back up. But I give a lot of member content. Anybody that's ever been a member of mine can verify. I
And you
do,
do a lot of giveaways as well.
yes.
So
But I know
with
other
your
people don't.
membership, you do stuff with your members.
Yes, I do.
My thing is this: Hulu, Epics, HBO Max, all these other streaming services offer way more content and accessibility than what these people in the beach have to offer these people.
Right. And let
And
me
these
just
people,
go ahead and do a promo too because have you ever heard of Black TV?
yeah,
Right. That's the movie. That's the network that the
black movies.
movie that Maddie's coming out with. It's going to
Okay,
be on that network because they're owned by We. So
okay,
she's going to have a
cool.
big role on there. I meant to say that in my video so people could be on the lookout for, but the trailer will be dropping soon. So you all
Okay.
should see that soon. And then that's the upcoming
Share that.
movie.
We can,
So.
share that when you get it, so we can put on your so we can actually know the title of it.
Right, I will. And she told me, but I actually just like on my mind. But yeah. And so she's working on another movie soon. So
Cool.
like this month soon. So yeah.
And that's okay. So like it's like when I'm looking at all these streaming services that offer me way more content, and you think I'm gonna come on here and pay people $10 a month to get nothing, to
Right.
get
Especially when they didn't cut back with Netflix, you can only have is it two? You can only be on
devices.
two devices, I think.
Hmm.
Or you gotta pay extra to be on
Like
4
four.
or something like that because sometimes my husband will be watching something, but he'll fall asleep. And I'll go hit the deck on Netflix and it's telling me some crazy shit. And I'm yelling, cut that Netflix off. So, I heard some people say like they sharing their password between like 14 people, but I heard they cracking down on
Oh
that.
yeah, they are. Oh yeah, because Netflix losing money because all these other streaming services out there.
Right.
You have Disney Plus. They have Paramount Plus, which is all. You have Peacock, which is all part of NBC. Yeah, Bravo, all that stuff. Yeah. So, but my point about the memberships is this: when there's way more streaming services out there, and with these new 4K TVs and these new smart TVs with that offer you a bunch of this stuff on it anyway,
Right.
that's another reason why I haven't been on here like that, because I got a new TV that offered me 1,001 free new channels, and I got 1,001 streaming services on my TV. I'm not gonna try to sit here and listen to all this bullshit that's going on YouTube. That all I'm gonna do is piss me off. I'm not entertained by it. I'd rather watch TV. I've
Right.
been watching Quantico on my little Tubi, and you the movie, the movie TV show Quantico with Priyanka Chopra. I've been watching that. I'm not gonna talk about this other bullshit. I
Right.
want, I'm doing some other things that's worth my money. I'm not trying to get people my money on here, which is it is what it is. But that's my thought on membership, because my thing is all those people are doing it for the money, because they don't offer you no content or no type of assistance to subscribe to their memberships. Like
Right.
I
And the
said,
people that signing up for it, they have their reasons for signing up to it for
to
it
be
also.
seen, to see me
Right.
see that little message by their name. That's why I don't have one. I don't have a membership on my channel, because I mean I have something that I could do, but that means it becomes another job for me.
Yeah.
It because really doing it, I have a sense of obligation to people that pays for stuff. I'm gonna have to give you some content on that private channel. And like I said, I think it's you, James, Deanna. I think Nika
I'll
are the
be back
only,
in 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
no problem, are the only people that I know that offer something for their membership. Or shout out my name, don't need all that. I'm good. I really don't need all that. Yeah, Black TV is, like I said, it's a subsidiary of WeTV, and it shows a lot of black movies and black TV shows and stuff like that. They also have a lot of independent black films and stuff on it as well. Hey, Miss Queenie, baby, how you doing? Can we get off in a little bit? Oh, you been in the bushes? Okay. Oh, what's wrong? I hope you feel better, sweetheart. Miss Queenie, that's what I do. Unless well, I haven't done that in a minute, cuss somebody out, but yeah. I don't have time for the bullshit and the nonsense. There's too much going on anyway. Like you can get that from anywhere. And it may not be a bunch of numbers what's not happening, whatever, but I'm comfortable with my crowd and my delivery. I really truly am. Really, truly am. But yeah. Well, look, I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I hope everyone getting themselves together for the holiday season, although it started weeks ago. Hope y'all got y'all money ready for y'all Black Friday deals. Just, be mindful, be careful, be diligent of what's happening, what's going on.
I'm back.
No problem. But
So
yeah,
are you open to having a panel with other well, I mean, I know you're open to a panel because of course the other panel, but like how I said, a serious topic and a couple of people who said they would like to have a real conversation. Would you be open to that?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
And is there anybody on YouTube that you wouldn't sit with? You know what I'm saying? Like if you had to get on a panel with somebody, is there somebody where if they came up, you got to get down?
No,
Oh,
like
well, you did tell me that.
yeah, like I told you, there, I'm an adult.
You
I
said that.
mean, I can talk to anybody. You know,
Right,
they may not like me, they may not like what I have to say, but I can be respectful to the platform and to the panel and onto the discussion.
right,
But I catch shade.
right,
I'm not gonna sit there and let someone shade me and be rude and nasty what's that and get away with it. I will catch it and correct that behavior, but I'm not gonna be rude about it.
right.
You know.
Yeah, I hate that you're gonna miss it, but if anything happens and so-called your job
Hold
tell
on,
you
hold
that
on,
they don't.
hold on. Miss Queen, oh my God, you fell last night. Oh my God. Oh, baby, see, it's some Epsom salt if you can. Oh, Jesus, Miss Queenie. Sorry to hear that. Mm.
Or some ice.
Epsom salt. get all that out your body and get to soothe your muscles out. Oh, falling when you get older is not cute.
Child, falling when you my age ain't cute.
Shit, we all around the same age. You what, 44?
46.
Well, yeah, shit, hell, I'm 47. Yeah, we all the same age.
And you're an Aries, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm right before you, Pisces.
So is my husband. My husband's a Pisces.
Oh, okay. Wow, you're so lucky. But if you're married to a Pisces, you understand. Are they not misunderstood?
He's a different type of person than you, Shelley. Yes.
Are you serious? I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Babe, come here for a second.
I don't believe it.
Babe, come here. Where you at? Upstairs? Over there? Oh, he's downstairs in damn laundry. But yeah, he's a different type of person. He's was it March 5th?
Oh, okay, I'm a March Pisces too. Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Is he like, okay, do you talk like, okay, husband, how are you doing? Good, I was gonna say good afternoon, but it's like evening. Okay, so do you talk to strangers and stuff, or do strangers talk to you? Or are you like really outgoing?
Yeah, I talk to strangers.
See what I'm saying? I told you we just alike. Are you not misunderstood?
Probably a little bit. Yeah, I think so.
By who?
By the public.
Oh,
right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And so, and people judge you, and they don't really know you.
Right.
Right. Exactly. But you have a heart. You have a. You're so giving. You try to help everybody. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's true. To a fault. I think I need to, dial it back a little bit.
That part. Loyal, way too damn loyal. When you know you need to cut people off, you still holding on to them.
Yeah,
that's a Pisces. I told you. But then this is the thing: we'll let a lot of things slide, but when it reaches that point where we're done, it's no turning back. It's no forgiveness. It's no nothing. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you. Get gone.
Block, numbers deleted. Don't
that part.
We're done.
So I'm telling you, food junkie, you better never try your hands, because if he leaves,
I'm an Aries. I'm an Aries. Just look up the Aries. I'm an Aries. I'm good. I'm good.
Pisces and Aries together is a mess. Okay, that was my ex. He was a Aries. Oh my God. Never do that again.
But no, I mean, yeah, I don't see all that.
What?
Nothing.
There's not a lot of people in my circle, so I keep my circle small.
Right.
Because of me.
Because of people I can trust, people I know.
Mm-hmm.
But husband, just so you know, I married my husband for a green card too.
Oh well, we're the
same. He don't have a green card. He's here illegal, even though he goes to work every day and files taxes. He don't even have a social security number.
Oh.
But he's just with me because he feels sorry for me.
Oh, it's a pity marriage?
Yeah, it's pity. Imagine that.
Let them tell it. Let them tell it.
Right. I used to live in St. Catherine.
Really? Where?
Yeah, in Old Harbor.
No, I'm trying to dox you. You're trying to dox yourself.
I don't care. I don't care. Listen, husband, if you look me up, well, you can look me up and you'll see stuff in Jamaica. Like what happened out there? They had me a paper, but you would have to go under my my maiden last name. True story.
You made the Jamaica. He made a Gleaner.
I'm in the Gleaner. I swear to God, husband, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Look in the Gleaner. My name is in the Gleaner. I'm not lying. Mm-hmm.
You're famous or infamous?
Both. If you know Old Harbor, you know where the big clock is at.
Yeah, but my father was from where? Linstead. So.
Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of people go up there and sell stuff.
Yeah.
People don't understand Jamaica is big, but it's little. You know what I mean?
Look about with Talawa.
Hey! They not ready.
This past fall not gonna happen today. So it's not happening.
You gotta play fool to catch wise, okay?
We're not doing patois. So.
And I do it every day, all day, very well. Oh yeah. From one duppy to the next duppy.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you for coming by.
You're welcome. Goodbye, friend.
Have a good day. We'll talk later.
I look up and talk to you.
Child, you look, they gonna run with this. She got a husband, but she was over there flirting with food junkie husband. Told food junkie husband they gonna go to Jamaica and hang out. Ain't nobody said none of that shit.
Oh, ooh, Shelly, they gonna be mad.
Child.
Because remember I told you the story. Tell your husband I always have his back.
Oh shit.
And he actually talked to you and spoke to James before. So oh my God. Oh, they'll be upset.
Child. You know, they love a good storyline. I don't understand why a show hasn't really came out, to be honest, because the shit you see here in this sector, you won't see it nowhere else.
That's true, but think about it. How many truly camera ready for a show?
Oh, child, none of them.
I would say even when they tried to dress up once now, I was like, okay. You don't see people on TV looking like that
at all.
You know, unless you 90 days locked up or 90 Day Fiance, stuff like that.
Right. They be falling for these houses and stuff too. They see these people in. But I was watching what's the name of the show? It was something on Netflix, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was surrounded by this guy that was a real estate agent, and he was like the biggest one in LA, but then he was married to one of the housewives, but I think she was from Orange County, which I never.
Mauricio.
Did you watch that?
No, I just know they have a show on Netflix called Selling Beverly Hills, like that, or Living Beverly Hills, something like that.
I don't know. Like I was trying to go back.
It's on Netflix though. It's on Netflix.
It's actually it's honestly worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was a house. Well, I don't want to tell too much people I've watched, but it was a house that he owned. It was like his childhood home or whatever. But they had been renting it out to some other housewives. So people on TV watched it and thinking, oh, look at them in the mansion and this and that. It ain't even theirs. It should belong to somebody else.
Right. But Shelly, this has been real. We're on here for 2 hours, man.
Oh my goodness.
I know, right? Time flies. I definitely appreciate it. But whatever other ideas you have about real serious topics that you want to have a discussion about and have me involved, if I'm available, I'll definitely be happy to do that with you.
Okay, well, I'll hit you up and see if you're interested, because it seems like people want to talk about things. So we'll see. And I'm always open for the conversation. Thank you so much for having me into the chat. I'm not looking, but I'm clicking off. You guys have an amazing day. Bye, Fifi.
You heard what Fifi said? She's like, now you got my husband's back. But y'all, thank you so much for being here. I definitely enjoyed the conversation with Shelly, and it took a little, it didn't take a turn. It was happened the way exactly how I wanted it to happen. Mellow, relaxed, no craziness, no foolishness happening. Just honest dialogue. And I know people are going to be offended. People are going to be upset. Well, it's not. But my thing is, it's not to offend anyone. It's for people to really start thinking about what they're doing on here and how they're presenting themselves. It really is about, if we're going to discuss these horrendous things that's happening in this world and involving people, it's not, we need to be able to step out of ourselves and actually look at these things and be able to articulate what it is that we're trying to say, being able to look at these things for what it is. And not everything's going to happen the way you want it to happen. Not everything's going to happen the way you think it should happen. It's going to happen the way it's going to happen. And if we're seeking change, we need to put forth the effort to evoke that type of change that we're looking for. And just talking about it and attacking people because their opinions are different than yours doesn't help the situation if you're really trying to help the situation. And like the title says, are we really seeking justice, or are we just comfortable in the mess? And it seems that thus far that we're just comfortable with the mess. It's that we're not comfortable, when things aren't messy. I don't understand why that is. But I definitely appreciate you guys being here. I love you guys so much for being here. But as always, it's not important that I love you guys. It's more important that you love yourself, you love someone else, you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else. This is your boy Food Junkie, and it's been a blast. Love you guys. Y'all have a great day. Bye bye. Find this damn cursor. There we go. Bam. Bye, y'all.